This is Natural Powerlifting Radio. Deadlifts, chicken nuggets, video games. This is Check My Total, a powerlifting podcast with Timothy Payne and Andrew Hinson.
Welcome everybody to another episode. We're getting close to being on this thing for a whole year.
That's true.
But today we're going to talk about bulking and cutting and why people go about it the wrong way sometimes and really what you need to do, to bulk and cut.
Yeah, and kind of when you should do it, when you shouldn't do it, and kind of things like that. I think this comes up a lot because, well, first off, I don't think anyone really knows what bulking and cutting is, the average person, because I'll be in the gym locker room after work changing, and there'll occasionally be some people in there, and they'll be like, "Yeah, I'm bulking this month, and coming off of a cut," and it's and I look at them and like they start talking about bulking, like, "Yeah, man, I've eaten like just tons of food, man, I've had a lot of extra ice cream and a bunch of just a bunch of extra meals and stuff," and I look at them and like I'll be honest, they straight up fat. Like,
Yeah.
they just fat, and so like I don't know, I don't think people really understand what it is, and also it's like everyone knows a couple people like this where it's like they'll bulk for a month and they cut for a month and they bulk for the next month and they cut for the next month. It don't make any sense. You make no progress, or like you cut for 2 months, bulk for 2, cut for it. You just keep switching.
Yeah. Well, why don't we go ahead and explain the concept of bulking and cutting first?
All right.
So, I'm assuming, because I've never done it, that bulking is that you're trying to gain weight in order to lift more weight. Right?
Correct. Yeah, you're trying to, and in terms of powerlifting, you're
trying to gain body weight.
Yeah, trying to gain body weight so you can move more weight, so you generally have more energy, and you have a caloric surplus. In the realm of bodybuilding, you do it because to kind of feed more muscles, supposedly, build a stronger base and gain more muscle, so that way when you cut, for a bodybuilding show, you look more shredded than last time, or you're more jacked or whatever.
And then for powerlifting, theoretically, you'll be stronger at a lot of weight.
Correct.
Okay. So that's what bulking is for everybody listening.
I think cutting is just the process of losing. I mean, it's just you're losing body fat and trying to lower your body fat percentage, and generally that comes with losing some weight. So, just getting down to a weight class or something.
Right. And like you were kind of going on before we got into this, I don't think that you can successfully bulk and cut if you're alternating every month. I feel like
I agree.
Yeah.
It's almost like you ride the wave up when you bulk, then you ride the wave down when you cut, and you keep going up, down, and then the line in the middle, if you draw a line through the middle, you're just at the same spot.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because I feel like, which this too, even if you're not bulking or cutting, you're not going to get strong enough in a month to make a difference.
No, you're not. And I mean, I'd almost make the argument that even if you did it in 2-month segments, like 2 months bulk, 2 months cut, I still don't think. Like, I mean, you might, but I don't know. That's not a long time for a natural person.
Nah. So how long do you think somebody should bulk for? Like
I guess
half a year?
One, it kind of depends on your goals. So like, and it kind of depends on when and why you're bulking. But like, just in general, like, you should probably half a year to maybe 8 months. I mean, I could even see a full year, honestly, if you're doing it slow.
And what's considered a bulk? Like, how many pounds are you putting on?
Yeah, that's another thing. I think it's different for every person. Like, I mean, some people I just think go nuts. Like, I don't understand how these people just are like, I'm bulking. I've gained 20 pounds in a month. Like, I promise you, that ain't 20 pounds of muscle. I promise you.
Yeah, because I feel like even if you gain 20 pounds, how hard is it going to be to cut back down? Like, I feel
Yeah,
like
I
at
know.
some point your body weight's just going to have to be that new body weight. Like, if you're 181 and you bulk up to 220, like, you're probably going to come back to 198,
Yeah, like I don't.
which I know
I
that's 40 pounds, but still.
I just don't see the point in these crazy bulks to where you just eat a ton and like you just gain a lot of weight because like it just I don't know, you just can't, it just doesn't make any sense. Like you can't gain 20 pounds of muscle in a month.
Nah.
So I mean, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I mean, this is like really pushing it, but if you gain 20 pounds of weight in a month, this is pushing it. This is assuming that you've done a ton of work and you've been eating some good food, but you might have like an extra pound of muscle, but that's even quite a bit, maybe 2 pounds.
Yeah.
But like that's still a lot, like in a month. Like that's probably not happening at all.
Because, we're talking drug-free and natural.
Yeah,
So,
it's probably not happening at all. But if you have someone with some freak genetics and great genetics, they've been eating good food, and they put on 20 pounds, I'm willing to bet 2 pounds at the most is muscle, and that's on like a genetic freak. Maybe
yeah.
maybe three. Depends how freakish you are. But regardless, you're not. I don't really think you're doing yourself a service because the next month you're like, oh, I'm going on a cut now. I'm like, what have you really done that much in 4 weeks? Like, really?
Yeah. I wouldn't consider this bulking, but the way I would go about it is, for example, if you compete at 198, let's say between training cycles you weigh like 209.
Yeah.
So it's not something crazy, and like I said, I wouldn't call that bulking. It's kind of just walking around at your natural weight.
Yes.
But I would do that. You know, we're talking, if you lift 2 or 3 times a year, so you're basically walking around 209, 210 most of your life, and only cutting down for the competition.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I said, I feel like that's just normal. I wouldn't be calling that a bulk or a cut. I don't know.
Yeah. And here's the thing. This is my opinion on it. This is powerlifting. Maybe the bodybuilding world is very different. And most of those bodybuilders are on stuff, so cutting and bulking is a lot different when you have help.
Right.
But from the powerlifting world standpoint, I just honestly do not see the point of bulking or cutting at all in the matter. What I mean by that is I don't see the point of, oh, I'm bulking this month, cutting this month. Here's kind of my approach. What I think you should do is I think you should find a comfortable weight. So let's say you walk around 180. You're 187. You're 187. Keep that weight. If that's what you normally walk around at, train at that weight, cut down to 181 at a meet. And then you'll cut down those few pounds to 181. Then after the meet's over, go back up to your 187. Now, this is when I think you should quote unquote bulk. You start getting older and you have a lot more experience lifting, and you've been gaining more muscle over the past 5 years. And man, it's hard to keep that 187 body weight. It's just hard. Like, in order to keep your 187 body weight, you gotta cut your calories a lot. Your training sessions don't feel good because you're in a caloric deficit all the time. You don't have that much energy because you're trying to keep it 187. At that point, I think it's time to move up a weight class.
And like you said, if if you're lifting for a long time, you're going to grow some muscle. So it's not necessarily you getting fatter as you get older, but just building more muscle mass is what is making you heavier.
Yeah, and like if you can't maintain your weight anymore, or it's like you really got to struggle to maintain it, and like go on a strict diet, like 365 days a year, like then it's time to move up in, I guess, quote unquote bulk.
Yeah.
So really, the only time in powerlifting I see a need to cut is when you have a competition and you're not too far away from a lower weight class.
Right.
Or the only time I really see an issue or a time to bulk is when you can no longer maintain that weight class and it's time to move up. That's really when I would see it as far as powerlifting goes, in getting to your ideal weight. Because here's the thing: if you're 187 and you feel great, then why are you going to balloon up to like 200 pounds if you do that, your body's going to feel sluggish and crap.
And
Like,
when people do bulk, you don't need to be eating junk and stuff. You just some people think it's a free pass, to just eat as many bags of Doritos they can
yeah,
in a week. Everything you do, you need to do sensibly. And this junk food thing goes back, even to just if you're trying to replenish after, water cutting for a meat or something. A lot of people like to go to buffets and stuff, but I mean, what is putting on, 5 or 6 pounds of fat, which I don't even know if you're going to do that after going to a buffet. You're probably just going to, turn around and get rid of all of it a couple hours later. It's not
yeah,
doing anything for you.
yeah. I mean, it's really not. I really just don't understand the culture. I mean, it's a bodybuilding thing, and I just don't know if it carries over to the natural person. And personally, I don't know any natural bodybuilders to really ask and see how they use a bulk and a cut. I think I know one natural bodybuilder who I kind of knew from how do I know the guy? I think I went to high school with him.
Yeah.
Or no, I think it might even be a girl. I can't remember. But I'm pretty sure when they were talking about bulking, they did it for like a year or a year and a half.
Okay. Which makes sense to me.
Yeah, and then they cut down and they got shredded because I don't. If you're natural, I do not see how you can do anything in a month and then cut for a month and get anywhere. So
If you had to put a cap on it, what would you say? Like, how heavy should you get? And over how long of a time period?
uh,
I'm thinking like 12 pounds is the heaviest you need to get if you plan on returning to your same weight class.
oh, if you're planning on returning to your weight class, then
Yeah.
I'd say 12, maybe 15.
Yeah.
Maybe you got to know how to you need to know how your body responds if you're going to do 12 to 15 pounds. Like you need to know how fast you can cut that weight when you need to cut it, and how your strength is affected. But yeah, 12 to 15 pounds probably about as far away from your weight class as you need to get if you don't want to do, a crazy cut with you drink just taking in tons of salt and then drinking tons of water, because you can shed 12 to 15 pounds leading up to a meet relatively easily if you start 5 months out.
Right.
Relatively easy. Like for me, I just stopped eating fast food and a lot of bread, and I think I dropped like 10 pounds within a month.
I agree with that. But I think overall, you just need to find, like we said earlier, whatever weight you feel comfortable at. And if that happens to be in the middle of a weight class, I guess that's how you decide if you want to bulk or cut.
Yeah, and And then another thing is, so let's say, like this is more about just improving your diet, but instead of going on a bulk, maybe you just go on a cleaner eating style for a little bit if you want to try and optimize your strength gains or try and have more energy in the gym. Get maybe get a little bit more protein in you if you're like deficient in that, or like if you for some reason somehow have avoided carbs your whole life, maybe I don't know, have a tortilla or something. Like maybe have some more vegetables, cut out the fast food, cut out the junk food. Just try and eat a little better. If you want to improve your muscle mass at your current body weight, because that's one thing you can do. You can lose body fat and gain muscle at the same time and stay relatively similar to whatever weight you're at.
Right. You can.
I mean, I did it.
Yeah.
Like it's not a mystery. It's very doable. It's just you got to kind of watch what you eat a little bit. Not a whole lot. You ain't got to be that strict, honestly. You got to watch it every now and then.
Well, it's all about fueling what you're doing for the day. So
That's true.
kind of a calories in, calories out way to look at it.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, I got a lot of people that they're cutting and like, oh, I'm cutting this month. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like, hope it goes well. I don't really, because it's hard to tell them. It's hard to get across to them that hey, this is actually not working. Like,
Yeah, and unless you're doing a competition or just wanting to change your lifestyle and be healthier, I don't think there's a need to ever cut weight for anything.
yeah,
Like, there's no sense to gain 20 pounds and lose it in 2 months if you're not going to do anything.
yeah. Like people are always like, oh, well, I'm going on a cut this next 8 weeks, and then after this next 8 weeks, I'll be on a bulk, and I'm just like, well, that's great, cool. I don't really know why. I don't know why you're doing it. Doesn't really make any sense, but good luck. Like, and here's another thing. A lot of people ask, well, how do I train if I'm on a cut? Well, depending on how severe the cut is, you can probably train the same.
Yeah, I agree.
If you're going like, I don't know why you do this, but if you're going like nuts and like all of a sudden you go from 3,500 calories a day to like 1,500, terrible idea. But if you're doing that, one, you're dumb.
And two, that's going to dictate what you can do, because you ain't going to be feeling right.
Yeah. So here's my thing when people ask how many days a week to train. This is my thing. I think you should train as many times as your body is fueled to train, and how many times you're mentally ready to train. Like for instance, like now this is not like if you're a power lifter and you have competitions, you should probably find 3 to 5 days depending on your training. Like you should probably do 3 to 5 days and cut some things out and make it work. But like if you're not someone who's a hardcore power lifter, then like there's no sense in being like, I'm going to the gym 5 days this week if in reality your diet just doesn't allow that, and your stress at whatever you do, your day job doesn't allow it. Like there's factors into how much you can train, and like the biggest one is just how much eating.
Yeah, it just all depends on what somebody's goals are.
Yeah.
So if you're just wanting to look good for the beach, you don't have to be training heavy and going crazy.
Yeah.
And if that is something, if you're training or doing bodybuilding, you're mostly doing that for looks. So high volume, and most of it's all diet anyway. Looking good.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Yeah. I mean, just find a good weight class that suits you, and bulk, or I don't even like using the term bulking or cutting, but gain weight when you can't fit in the weight class anymore and you're struggling to walk around at your weight, and then cut when you walk around at 209 and your weight class is 198 or something.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's another thing. These weight classes are spread out differently. Like, I don't know. I guess generally most of them are about 12 pounds different, if I'm thinking right.
yeah, they're around 12.
Yeah. So, like Andrew said, if you're 209, which let's just, yeah, like you said, let's get away of calling it cutting, let's get away of calling it bulking. So if I'm 209, I want to cut down to 198. But if I'm 215, I want to fill out my weight class. So I
Yeah.
think it's more, that's the kind of mindset you need. It's filling out your weight class instead of bulking to
Yeah.
cut to like 2 weight classes lower.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I guess.
that's a good way to put it. Filling out your weight class versus, cutting down to the next weight class.
Right.
Yeah, that's I think that's how you should kind of mentally structure it.
And with
Now,
that,
I mean, the one thing is, if you feel great at that weight, you don't have to fill out a weight class. Like, if you think it's going to make you sluggish or something.
well, I think when you say fill out a weight class, you also, I guess not everybody would think this way. They probably go back to the junk food eating thing. But when we say fill out your weight class, we mean do it over time.
Yeah.
So if you're doing it over time, then, yeah, you're feeling good at, 215, but in 5 years, you might actually be 220.
Yeah.
So you've filled out your weight class. But the society we're in, everybody wants it now at a snap of the fingers.
Yep.
So I know 5 years sounds like a lot to people, but Andrew stuck with the plan, and he had elite in 5 years.
That's true. And I'm an average dude. I'm not I ain't got freak genetics.
No.
I would argue, I might have above average, like as far as, my ability to like pick up on things maybe.
Right.
But like as far as having like, I don't know. I just don't have freak genetics. Like,
And you started.
that's another thing. If you can get someone to elite who is your average person, that's an accomplishment. Getting someone to elite that is an athletic freak is not an accomplishment.
And we know about bulking and cutting too, because Andrew started out 242 and got down to 198 to hit elite.
Yeah, and I did it very slow, and the heaviest I've ever been was 255. And
yeah.
Looking back, they were great times. But I was too fat.
Hey, what would you say at 242? You're probably like 30% body fat? Maybe more than that?
Probably more.
Yeah. So if you just got extra weight and you are fat or overweight, then it is good to cut.
Yeah, it's probably good to lose the weight, man.
Yeah. But if you're like 10%, 10 to 15% body fat, and you're thinking about, bulking or cutting, like I said, I guess you can cut, but you're pretty much already at where you need to be.
Yeah. And and if you want to have, a little extra juice during meat day, and you have room to fill out, all right, I'll go up to maybe 17% body fat or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some people might not need that, but
yeah. But I think we've said the same thing about 10 times.
Yeah. And you know what? If you're an average Joe, don't bulk and cut. How about you just put your head down and do some work in the gym and work towards your goals? If you gain weight, cool. If you lose weight, cool. Don't get on this bro cycle of cutting and bulking. Just don't do it.
And as long as you're getting stronger and you're a power lifter, that's all you're worried about anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So if your numbers are moving and you're getting stronger, then who cares if you're in the weight class? Because most likely, if you're bulking or trying to fill out your weight class, that means that you're too light. But if you're getting stronger and your weight's going up, then your numbers are going to match the weight class, like your lifting numbers.
Yep.
I don't know. That's my last thing I got to say.
Yeah, I think we killed it. I think we did it. That's about all we got to say. Yeah. Don't fall into the vicious cycle. Be smart. Know your body. Don't be retarded.
I agree.
Well, I guess that wraps up this episode of Check My Total. Let me tell you, people, I am tired of going to the gym and everyone's cutting. Oh, have you heard about Larry? He cut 10 pounds this month. He's going to put 20 on next month because he wants some big biceps. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, you ain't going to get strong. You are not going to be elite if you're going to go cut here, the bulk here, bulk there. I'm just going to cut and do whatever I want. I'm tired of it. This society does not know hard work. People do not know how to work anymore. There's too many problems in this country with people. I'm gonna dirty bulk my way. Where's the big? Give me the Whopper. Give me the Whopper. You ain't doing nothing. I'm tired of it. We can solve everything. Everyone's getting into arguments way too soon. You remember those trough urinals everyone lined up in elementary school to use? Those are what we use to solve the country because you can't cut and bulk and look the man in the face and talk crap to him when you gotta go to the bathroom and share the same trough with him. That's how we solve inequality. That's how we solve a lot of things. Ladies and gentlemen, buy health insurance. I'm out of here.
We're out. Up next is the IBP Tar Heel State Powerlifting Championships in Belmont, North Carolina on April 20th. For more details about the competition, go to ironboypowerlifting.com.
Please subscribe and thank you for listening. Be sure to follow @CheckMyTotal on Instagram for all the latest updates.